Hello loves, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna do a motivation spell, but before we get started, I just want to remind you guys that our workshop for Healing the Matriarch, where we're going to be doing some ancestor work, is next week. Tickets are still available. There's a few tickets still left. Definitely make sure you sign up because it's going to be part one of a couple of series of ancestor workshops that we're going to do. So definitely make sure you sign up. The link will be down below. If you cannot make it on that day, no worries, because all of my workshops are available for replay with the link that you get when you purchase. If you're a Patreon member, High Priestess level, you automatically get tickets, and you can also access all of the past workshops, which is one of the best perks I feel like with my Patreon. So yeah, definitely make sure you check out the link below, get your tickets and do the thing. But with that being said, we're gonna get started. So one of the things that we talked about recently and some of the last couple videos that we've done is wanting to do more tea light spell videos. So I thought that this would be a great time to do one with y'all. We're gonna be doing a motivation spell with the orange tea light that I got from the thrift store a while back. If you guys have been on the channel just watching, for a while, you know that I got a bag of tea light candles I think it was like 2 months ago at my favorite thrift store. And if you are new here, don't forget to just binge watch everything, but you can find it in the thrift store haul playlist as well on the channel. But yeah, so I got a bunch of these tea lights. It came in a bag of white and orange. So I was like, oh, the orange is gonna be great for motivation spells, which I totally need because as a Gemini moon, I can get really scattered sometimes with projects and things that I'm working on. So I do generally a lot of motivation workings. And so because I also got the motivation oil from Moonlight and Sage recently, I decided, let's put this to the test. I've used it a couple times already. It works really, really, really well. But I'm going to share how I do the spell for those who want to, really concentrate and focus on some of the things that they're working on and wanting to kind of just not, control some of that scatterness. You guys know I also do a lot of domination workings on myself because control is something that as a Capricorn, I definitely need to, master and continue to perfect the whole the formula, right? So we're going to be putting this together. So this is the way that we're gonna be putting it together. So first we're gonna focus in on our herbs, okay? So what we have here, sorry, my voice keeps going in and out. What we have here is ginger for success and vitality and power. This is gonna amplify my energy for wanting that motivation, wanting that push, that right? I have lemon and peppers. Black pepper is a lemon black pepper blend. That's the one I got from the Dollar Tree. This is great for removing and cleansing any, any energies and any, just kind of protecting myself from myself when I'm I'm getting sluggish, or I'm let me just, I guess I'll do it later or something like that, really getting sluggish. Just cleansing away any of that and just kind of adding and pushing the rest of the intentions of the other herbs by, making space by removing any internal toxicity within myself, or internal laziness is what I'm going to call it. Then I have chamomile for energy and vitality, and also OkaniLuna, I'm saying wrong, marigold. I'm saying it in Spanish, that's why I'm my tongue's getting twisted, so I'm just gonna say marigold. But this combination of marigold and chamomile is amazing for just protecting myself again from myself, protecting myself and amplifying my vitality and my energy. So that's why this blend is gonna do here. So ginger's gonna add to that success for me to successfully use that motivation that I have to succeed at the task that I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to use the other herbs to amplify that energy, and the lemon and black pepper to really cleanse away and take away any unsavory or any thoughts that I'm just but I could do it later, and you guys know what I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring this in my mortar and pestle so we can give this a nice blend together. So there we go. You really don't need a lot because this is a tea light, so you really don't need a lot at all. But you guys know, this is gonna get a little shaky because I like to tap 1, 2, 3, and then I like to grind just to activate the herbs. And this is when you can start talking to the herbs and really like communicating your intention, activating them for what you want it to do, and thinking about the things that you want to do as well with the motivation that you are calling in and that you're trying to, you know, target. So let's say you're like, you've been putting off like cleaning your house for like, I don't know, a week, and you're just like, okay, I really have to do it. I really have to clean my house. Like, let's say that's what it is. Then, you know, put that in the intention, activate that with the herbs, and pray over the herbs with that intention. Like, let's say you've been wanting to write a book for a while, and you know, but you keep putting it off. It's a great thing to do, especially during Gemini season. Great thing to do, as it helps to amplify that energy and those intentions. So you're gonna give it a nice blend. Okay, nice blend. And then I'm just gonna take a moment to pray over it. So I'm just gonna cover it with my hands and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I've prayed over it, I'm gonna go ahead and take my candle out of the middle part. And I'm sorry. And then I'm just going to do a sigil. So one of the things that you can do before this is do a sigil for, you know, the spell. This is optional, you don't have to, but I'm gonna add a sigil to this that I've already made. I already gotten a request to do a video on sigils, and we're gonna work on that soon, so stay tuned for that video. But I'm gonna just add my sigil, which is specific to my intention, so I don't recommend replicating it if you're watching this video, because it won't, you know, make sense to you, but it makes sense to me, but it might not make sense to you. So I'm gonna do that now, and then I'm going to start, you know, putting everything together. Okay, and now that I got my sigil done, I'm gonna go ahead and add the herbs to the bottom of the tea light. This is just gonna prevent it from, you know, getting super messy for no reason. So I'm just gonna add all of that in there, and this is like the perfect amount because you really don't need a lot. You don't need a ton at all. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add the motivation oil. So I'm just gonna wake up the oil, take it in, and clockwise. Add some in there. We're also gonna be using carnelian. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm shaking it. We're also going to be using carnelian 3 pieces because I'm specifically tying the spell to my womb for motivation, because I'm kind of combining this with like specifically for creation, specifically for certain things. So I wanted to amplify certain things in connection to my solar plexus, to my womb. So this is just additional. You don't necessarily need the carnelian. You can use citrine if you wanted to. You can use tiger's eye if you wanted to. I just wanted to use carnelian. So I'm going to be putting it around it when I put it inside of the candle holder. So that's, you know, how it's going to look like. But now that I have that in, I'm just going to press that in. And then any remainder from here is just going to go on the top. So I'm just going to and then I'll put in one more drop on the top. It's so much easier to put it on the bottom because it doesn't get as messy. And then you just get to put in the rest of the herbs on the top part. There you go. So this is how she looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in there. Put the 3 carnelian around it. This is an oil too that you can just, like, you know, take some and put it on. And I recommend it too if you're doing this spell, just to like put it on and then, you know, amplify, put it in your hands and then amplify your energy. on there works really, really well for that. So put it right here. And then we're gonna take our handy dandy lighter. I got this baby on Amazon. Works so well. And then I'm just gonna sit with it and just repeat my prayer, repeat and visualize exactly what I want myself to do. Visualization is something that's super important for a spell like this, because you want to visualize, you know, what it is that you're trying to bring forth. You really want to visualize that. You really want to bring that to the focus and have that be the focus of your spell. You want it to be, you want to become what you're envisioning. So you're gonna just focus on that energy, that vision, hold that vision in your head. And when you're holding with your hands, you're just going to pushing in your energies from your body. I like to do from my heart. Sometimes I like to do for my solar plexus. I will push and rotate energy depending on how I'm trying to tether my, trying to tether my energy to the spell itself. But what I would do is tether the crystals to the candle. So as I connect them here and I hold my hands there, I will tap into the energy of the crystals and I would tie it to the candle itself. So I'm connecting, is almost kind of like you're connecting the pieces together. And so then I start to take deep breaths in. I start to breathe through my stomach up through my heart. So it's like filtering the energy through my through my body and pushing it through my hands. So the palms of my hands are like really, really active right now. So I'm pushing it through my hands and I'm pushing it into the candle. And first I'll meditate with this for a minute. I'll hold it here and I'll close my eyes. And then when I open my eyes, I will pay attention to the candle and what it's doing, how it's behaving, so that I can, you know, see how it's going. You can do this type of spell with, you know, your spirits, your ancestors, and by all means call, you know, who you want to call forth. I like to do this spell a lot with Sekhmet specifically, just because, you know, it's Sekhmet, and carnelian is one of, you know, it's one of her crystals. So I like to do the spell a lot with Sekhmet, and because she does a lot of, you know, the work with the womb and the stomach. So yeah, so that's optional. But if you're going to call in spirit, you can do so in the beginning and just, you know, ask them to be present with you and guide you through the spell. So you can just connect to it. If you wanted to do a meditation or have music playing in the background, you can absolutely do so. It definitely works really, really, really well. So you're just going to close your eyes, meditate with it, and really connect. When you're done with this, I literally just recycle the metal part of the tin, you know, just keep it simple. And then these crystals go in my Sekhmet altar. And they just charge there. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera so much. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Hope that you guys, you know, learn something new or will try something new. You never know. Let me know in the comments if you would try the spell for yourself or if you need it. I definitely need it regularly. And yeah, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Patreon down below, or you can become a channel member. I will see y'all in the next video. Love you guys so much. Blessings.